Hello there everyone, and thanks for joining us today. Today I'll be sharing with you a quick run through of our September holiday 2017 release. So first up in our holiday September release, we have the Blessed Hanukkah stamp set. This is a sweet little 2x3 stamp set which includes 2 star images which can be layered on top of each other using different inks, and a sentiment as well. As well as these 3 images in the stamp set, you can also purchase the add-on die, which will cut out these stars perfectly so you can use them on all of your different projects. Next up we have With Gratitude. This is a beautiful fall-autumn theme stamp set with a gratitude thanks feeling. There are 2 outline leaves in this stamp set which are maple, and also there are layers which can be placed inside of these leaves. As well as the leaves, there are a number of sentiments which have the grateful kindness kind of feel, as well as thanksgiving. If you didn't want to use the outline for these leaves, you can also just use the layers with this stem image right here and create a softer looking feel with your stamping. As well as the stamp set, there is also the matching die set available to purchase as well to cut out your images perfectly. Next up we have Night Before Christmas. This is such a beautiful yet fun stamp set. We have 2 large trees with sentiments which are actually inside the trees, so you stamp the block image and the sentiment will not stamp, which looks really super cool. We also have other sentiments in this set as well along the fun Christmas theme. So ho ho ho, winter wishes, Merry Christmas, and 'tis the season. As well as the stamps, we have the matching die set available. This will cut out the 2 trees and also the 2 stars that are available in the set, as well as winter wishes. Next up in our 4x6 size in this release, we have the Love and Light stamp set. This is a Hanukkah themed stamp set which includes a beautiful menorah with floral accent at the bottom and lots of Hanukkah themed sentiments. There are also 2 sentiments in this with Hebrew spelling, so we have Happy Hanukkah and Peace as well if you would like to use those. Next up is Happy Holidays. This is a beautiful and fun, I think, stamp set of sentiments. We have it in lots of fun fonts which match with each other, and you can use these on all of your holiday cards and throughout the year too, with these added extras to make a card just from this stamp set. Next up is Peace on Earth. Now this is such a fun stamp set, and it is one that I know that many people will be grabbing. We have this beautiful globe ornament, or bauble as we call them in the UK, as well as a fern and some added extras as well. As well as these images, we have sentiments. Now these sentiments are in English, so the large ones are in the English spelling, but then we also have lots of different sentiments, the ones that are in the middle, in all different languages. Included we have Nadolig Llawen, which is Welsh. We have it in Afrikaans, Swedish, Hawaiian, German, Ukrainian, Chinese, Polish, Russian, Spanish and Korean. So if any of these languages speak to you, you can definitely send a card in a language of your own. Next up we have Majestic Mistletoe. This is a beautiful layering stamp set. It's a 6x8. It has 2 large branches in which are layered, so you can add the layer. One has berries that you can add, and the other one is plain. So you can use this definitely throughout the year as it will stretch its uses. We have a small branch which may be fun to add to an envelope, as well as large sentiments which can be built together to create your own custom sentiments, or just one on their own. Layered Laurel is another beautiful layered stamp set. This includes 2 branches, one big, one small, both pointing different ways, and it's a different kind of layering stamp set, meaning you layer different colour leaves rather than layers of leaves. So we have 4 layers on each of the branches. I would recommend you stamp the stem first and then add the leaves onto it afterwards, as this gives a crisper look. Just Because is a gorgeous 6x8 stamp set. It features 2 large floral bouquets that can be used on all your paper crafting projects, as well as 7 uplifting sentiments. I think this is going to be a great stamp set for heat embossing the images and then doing some beautiful watercolouring. Next up, we have a set which is classic Altenew. Winter Rose features 3 layered roses, 2 of which are 4 layers and 1 which is a 6-layer rose. As well as the roses, we have some leaf images and also a beautiful bud element which can be added to your compositions. As well as these images, we have 3 different sentiments. We have the layering guide for this stamp set available on the back of the packaging. Next up, we have Coffee with a Splash. This is a fun coffee themed set with lots of coffee themed images. Although I feel that these 2 here on this left hand side you could definitely use on other cards that are not necessarily have the coffee theme. The sentiments included do have the coffee theme though, so you can send lots of cards out to your coffee loving friends with a beautiful punny coffee sentiment. Next up, we have Cotton Comfort. This is a 6x8 set, features 2 large cotton images as well as 2 cotton buds. The sentiments in this set are ones that centre around comfort and friendship, as well as there's sympathy in there as well. Some of the sentiments are "You are the best," "Mother's love," "With sympathy," "Thank you," there's kisses, and love is included as well. As well as the stamp set, there is also the matching die set available to purchase, which will cut out the 2 large images and the 2 smaller buds. Pattern Place Circles features a huge 5.5 by 5.5 background stamp, which it features circles which intertwine with each other. There's also little dotted ones as well. If you don't feel that you want to colour this in, there are circles included in the set which you can place inside the other circles on the large background stamp to create beautiful backgrounds as well as sentiments. Halftone Stars is the next in our halftone range. We have large halftone stars which you will stamp once and will create an ombre look with these. There is also some solid images and sentiments which centre around the star theme. As well as the stamps, you can also purchase the nesting dies. So we have dies in this set which will cut around the stars in the halftone stars perfectly. You don't have to use them together. I think this is a great standalone set and you can use this on all of your crafting projects. Next up, we have a really clever die. So this is the 3D Gemstone Die, and it will create beautiful looking gemstones, like little diamonds. Well, I say little, they are quite large. So what you do is you cut it out, and then the score lines will be in place for you, and you just score along these score lines. Add a bit of tape to the tabs. It does mention all of this on the packaging, so you can just follow directions and create beautiful 3D ornaments that way. Next up, we have the 3D circle ornament dies. This is such a fun set and I can see children having fun with this one too. So in it you get 4 dies, 2 large, 2 small, and this will give you the things needed to create 2 different size ornaments. I'm just showing you here how easily it is to put together. So you cut out 10 times the 2 dies of the size that you're after, and then create the ornament like it directs you on the packaging. So you create the top and bottom with 5 of the circles that you have cut out and scored. The score lines are really easy to fold, so there's just 3 fold lines on them, and then you stick them all together. I would recommend using a wet glue on this project, as it gives you a bit more wiggle time to get your pieces into place so it's all perfectly aligned. So you create the top and bottom, as I said before, and then a strip with the 10 remaining pieces. Once you've created the strip, you stick these together, and then you have like a band and a top and a bottom. So you add the bottom on first to the pieces, so you're going to be sticking the tabs together, which is really easy. Then you're going to want to add a dangle a little hook so you can dangle your ornament on your tree or wherever you want to add it. So just add it on the top part. I've just used a pencil to push mine through. It was really easy, and then I've just glued these two pieces together. A really fun project to do with your children. And then next up we have the coordinating dies. We have the building blocks dies, which coordinate with the building blocks from the last release. You can use these separately or together as you wish. And we also have the speech bubble dies. Again, I think you could use these 6 dies on their own if you wanted to on cards and projects, but they do coordinate with the speech bubbles stamp set from the last release. Frame die, we have 3 different sized frames in this die set. These coordinate with 3 of the stamps from the last release, which is the framed, so it would work on its own if you wanted to, or works perfectly with the last stamp set. Circled sentiment dies cuts out the circled sentiments stamps from the last release. They work on their own or in conjunction with these perfectly. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope that you've enjoyed this new release, and we hope that you've seen something that really catches your eye. Please let us know in the comments below.